Hey, good morning. That is a composition from the Charles Memphis book, The Contemporary Percussionist, page 16, the Etude in 2/4. And what I like about this book is that there are no stickings in there. So there is, though, a template that I would use to set up some of the concepts of the sticking, and that would be to go back to the Charles Wilcoxon book, The All-American Drummer. The greatest thing about the Wilcoxon book is every sticking's written out. So it does give you some very well charted out paths. The worst thing about the Wilcoxon book is every sticking's written out. So it does not allow for some freedom. And I'm all about creating some freedom. So in this setting, there are specific steps I would take to open the door to have maybe a couple of different approaches to some of the stickings. Some will be set up, and that's the way they'll be. But one of the other things I do in that book, in this Memphis book, is to reinterpret the rolls and make them more dense. So for example, all my rolls that I did that are eighth note driven rolls were 7-stroke rolls. And there's a couple of cool ones. There's some rolls that start on the E and end on the So that would be 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Not necessarily easy, but there's a math to it, so it does work out very nicely. I also have what would be considered a 7-stroke roll in our normal drum literature, a 16th note followed by a dotted 8th note roll, 1 E and 2 E and I make that an 11-stroke roll. So that would be 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1. And how do you get in there? That's pretty challenging because now you're cramming, 10 strokes inside 3 16th notes. So it's not really going to line up mathematically. But there's a trick to doing it. If I take 16th note triplets, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, or 1 E and E 2, either way. And I take the first stroke, make it a single, and then put double strokes on the remaining 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Well, that'll at least give me the feel of the context of how many doubles I'm playing inside my hand. It's not rhythmically correct in terms of how I want to go for my interpretation, but if I play it a little faster, 1 E and E, 2 E and E, 3 E and E, 4 E and E, 1, and that would be an 11-stroke roll. But now what I'm going to do is take the creative license to just push my starting point to the E value of 16th notes and still cram those 5 groups of doubles. So I'll do the 16th triplet version for 2 beats, and then I'll go into my interpretation version. So 1 E and E, 2 E and E, 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and E, 2 E and E, 1 E and 2 E and 1. So it can be done. And it's nice to work on those kinds of things for interpretive qualities. Not everything always has to be so lined up mathematically. So that's basically what I want to kind of put forward today. So in your quest to improve, rudimental etudes are fantastic things to go through. They really give you some context of things that you would work individually, like working on a Radamacue and then seeing it in context and knowing, oh, there's a Radamacue. Or seeing flam paradiddles and going, hey, there's flam paradiddles. There's my opportunity to use those. Or accent structures can dictate double or triple paradiddles or single paradiddles with upstrokes, because those are very valuable too. Not necessarily that I've heard anybody really talk about a lot, but I certainly do. So I have such a nice relationship with this book, although my book, as you see, it's completely tattered and torn. It's like the scarecrow after he gets pummeled by the flying monkeys. It's all over the place. But that being said, what a great resource for materials to go through. There's several pages I go through in that book. A lot of cool different ways of interpreting, and I encourage you to check that out. It's called The Contemporary Percussionist by Charles Memphis. Dig it. I hope you get involved in that, and if you do, let me know how you're faring with it, because there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And again, without the direction of stickings, it might be a little challenging, but that's where I come in. That's my job, is to coach you through that. Anyway, I hope you have a great day practicing. See you down the line. Peace. Oh, by the way, from the new kitchen. Peace again.